Welcome back to another episode of the United Score. Tottenham versus Manchester United at Tottenham, and we needed to have that win to get an additional 3 points because we all know the top four. Well, from third place to fourth place is pretty tight, and we need to keep our second place in check. So winning that game was a huge plus for us, and we needed to win to secure that second position. Well, City lost. What a great game for Manu this weekend. A great run of fixtures. Having City lose to Leeds and we winning the game. I mean, I wish we weren't so far from City. We should have given them a better fight. But the team selection from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. All right, initially, may I say we never need to have Fred and McTominay in the team. And so said, so done in the first half. Both of them were crappy, were very terrible. They were committing a lot of fouls, giving the ball away. Passes weren't coming off. When them a hold, Lord help Manchester United centre defensive midfielders. They were holding up the ball and I lose it same way. I make passes and it now come off. And I mean, I think I changed my man of the match because of the second half. Because in the first in the whole game, I think Dean Henderson was superb. He actually deserved man of the match. Dean Henderson was superb. I mean, it is always, as I say, it's always a good thing to have a good two pairing of goalkeepers where we can have a discussion over them. We I don't know if David De Gea and Manu are having any bust ups, but he's been using Dean Henderson a lot lately, and I don't think it's a bad idea because I, for one, respect and like Dean Henderson as a keeper, so it's a good thing, and we can we win the game 3-1. I mean, I think the refereeing was poor today because some calls were in the first half that call against Manchester United me couldn't understand why. I mean, yes, me could have see why you might have called that foul against McTominay for the first goal where we never get. But McTominay was not looking at Huminson and him just a hold off him. Huminson hold on the man first, you know. And then the man just decides, say, you know, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna just ease him off. But when him ease him off, the man going in face. I wish McTominay did push down instead of push out. So that wouldn't happen and would have get the first score. Would have scored 4 goals. I mean, I think we had enough chances to score even more than 4. So Tottenham lesson learned next season. Don't try to beat Manu 6 because you end up losing the next one. And then you see, yeah, you beat us in the first leg, but then again, you needed this more than us. And I don't know what happened to Jose Mourinho, but yeah, back to Manchester United. We 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 definitely need a lot of work again. I mean, right now we are not playing pretty football, but we are seeing out the matches and we are our away form is pretty good. So we have to just maintain that. Only seeing that team and seeing you putting out Fred and McTominay, I say, why again? Why again? But it all work out, I guess. So let us go to the player ratings. Start with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Alright, Solskjaer for me. Let us fix Solskjaer. Alright, so Solskjaer for me, he I wouldn't say lucky, but because we have been seeing out these games all season. So Solskjaer selected a side that I wanted to contain Tottenham's run. I think he wanted to contain the midfield of Son and who they had in the middle? Ndombele. But and Kane was sometimes dropped there too. So I think he wanted to contain them and contain the passes that would have been made to them. I think that was done because the whole game for me, predominantly in the first half, was crappy. So for me, Solskjaer game is a 6, mainly because of the second half. Alright, go to Dean Henderson. I mean, Dean, you were a strong contender for man of the match today. I actually had you as man of the match up till the final bits of the second half. So, Dean, you kept us out. I mean, the goal was not your fault, and it was a pretty great keeping performance. So, for me, Dean Henderson, I give a 7. This is what we need to do as a team: keep other players out by playing good. If the reason why we are keep out the higher is by playing good, we take that all day, every day over anything else. So I go to Aaron one Musaka. I mean, Aaron, I think he performed better than the last Premier League game I had, and better than the Europa League game. We still need more from you going forward, though. I'm not lie to you, but winning the game is crucial, and I think you perform better than the centre backs. But I don't think I can give you a 6 though. I give a 5. Yeah, regular 5. Harry Maguire. All right, that first goal was pretty much based on all three of you. All well, you Harry Maguire pushed up, you and then Lindelof saw a marking. I think it was of Kane. I don't remember who it was, and then Son was off the back of 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 Rashford because Wan Bissaka also pushed up. No, that left Son free, so Mora could have crossed the ball. So it wasn't Kane, it was Mora. So so all of these defensive lining up, you need to make sure that it is right all the time. So for me, it's a 5. Victor Lindelof. I think we need to get back Eric Bailly because he's a better pairing. I know we won the game, but we still have a lot of work to do on the defense. So for me, Victor Lindelof is also a 5. Go to Luke. Luke, Mr. Consistent again. Had a better game than his fellow compadres. He never offered, well, he never got an assist or any goal today, but I think his presence was there. His presence was felt, and what he did on the left was good because it allowed for a lot of runs to be made, even though we never take advantage of a lot of them. But yeah, it was a good performance from Luke Shaw. So for me, he's a 6. Scott McTominay. All right, Scott. I don't know what position. I know you're not a defensive midfielder based on how you play. You're not a defensive midfielder. You're not a winger. So obviously you're some type of midfielder that just plays, and whatever game we get from you is that it's just that we get from you. I don't think Scott played a good game today. It was all over the place, messy. I think the second half was really better than the first half, but it's still not a game that we look forward to see McTominay in based on the game he had today. It was a pretty poor performance. So for me, McTominay is a 4. We need to buy two centre defensive midfielders. So we cannot be playing Fred and McTominay every. How? Alright, we can go to Fred. We go to Fred. Fred, a poor, poor first half. Very extremely poor first half. But the second half it was an improvement. I don't think it was a very huge improvement. I just think he did the job that he was supposed to do. So that put it out there for me. He did his job that he was supposed to do. He never do anything all that spectacular. Yes, we had the first goal from Fred because of him following through and making 1-2s with Cavani and Greenwood and Pogba. That was great for me. That was a spectacular moment. That was a highlight of his game or a highlight of his Man career. I think Fred today is worth nothing more than a 6. I mean, yeah, his presence was felt more in the second half than the first half, and that's how we need to play. We need to play pressing. I think if he was even 2 yards back, that ball would go over the net. So yeah, but thanks for another goal. Alright, we go to Bruno Fernandes. I think Bruno is uh I don't know what is there, I think has been a decline in performance. I think his mistakes are now being shown more. I think he had an okay game. It wasn't any. I mean, I think he had his presence is always there. He's always there making passes and making plays. He's always influential in a lot of, I think the two goals that were scored, he was influential in two of them because he was substituted before the third goal. I think he had a shot at goal towards Lloris that was saved, which was one of the plus of his game. But other from that, it was just all right. Some of his passes weren't coming off, and he fell too much for me on the floor, and I beg some fouls. But yeah, it was just an alright game for me from Bruno. I think we are saving for the Europa League game on Thursday, so it's a 6 from me for Bruno. Paul P. I think Paul Pogba had a good game. He had a good game. I think today I saw a lot of willpower from Pogba more than anything else. He was in the game physically. I don't think I think his mindset was there. Just that he was played out of position. But playing him there today and we win the game is it makes Ole look like a genius. So yeah, it was a good game for me for Pogba. So Pogba for me is a 6. Really had an assist. Uh, Marcus Rashford. Rashford played an alright game. I think the first half between you and Cavani, you know, out of position, the positioning wasn't right. I think you were trying to do much more than you could have on the field, and I still think you're not fit. Um, Rashford just you're just out of play today, out of place. I don't think. Well, playing it today, and yes, we won, but the impact on the game wasn't as predominant or as prominent as it should have been. But it's an alright game, I guess. So that for me, it's a 5. I can't give more than a 5. Yeah. Alright. Edinson Cavani. Cavani. I think your first half was whack. I think you were out of position a lot. I think, I mean, for the first half, I think the first half you just never know what you do. I mean, yeah, we got a first goal that was ruled out, but I think the first half was just unbecoming of the player I know you to be. But all is well that ends well, and they gave us that lead. Well, your shot gave Fred the opportunity to score the goal. So for me, your game is a 7 based on your improvements in the second half, and you are the man of the match today for the United score, based on that fact. Because I think Dean Henderson was really better, but I think in fact your involvement in giving us the two goals made us win it. So you are the man of the match for the United score. All right. Go to Mason Greenwood. I think we had Matic come on too, which never do much. I mean, he came on late, anyways. So Mason scoring a goal that was always a plus. I always like to see Mason Greenwood score. So for coming on and sealing the victory for us, I give him a 7. I give him a 7 because he's a young player, and from him come on and touch the ball for the first, but just see the intent of him wanting the ball, wanting to score, and wanting to give us a lead. So yeah, that is it for the United score. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we are going to have a match on Thursday against Canada, second leg, leading 2-1, going into our home match. So yeah, don't forget again and hit the subscribe button. Man U beating Tottenham 3-1.